Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Gizmo Joe. Today we'll be taking an in-depth look at the Umidigi A1 Pro. Although the name might suggest that it is a high-end model, in fact this device is very much an entry-level handset. I picked mine up from Gearbest.com for about $100 US. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested. The Umidigi A1 Pro runs Android 8.1 Oreo out of the box on a MediaTek 6739 chipset at 1.5 GHz. Most phones in this price range are running the MediaTek 6737 chipset, so the 6739 is an upgrade, at least on paper. Furthermore, the A1 Pro utilizes 3 GB of RAM and has 16 GB of onboard storage. However, this is expandable via micro SD card up to 256 GB. Finally, the A1 Pro is powered by a 3180 mAh non-removable battery. The A1 Pro sports a 5.5-inch LCD display in an 18:9 aspect ratio at 720 by 1440 resolution. I'm always a bit concerned when I see a 720 panel stretched to 5.5 inches. However, the screen looks good. During testing, I found that the screen was bright and crisp with very good viewing angles. The front of the A1 Pro features a 5-megapixel selfie camera and the earpiece speaker. Unfortunately, there is no LED notification, which is a curious omission. The A1 Pro also does not feature any physical navigation buttons. Instead, it relies on software buttons. However, this does increase screen real estate, so the lack of physical buttons is not a deal breaker for me. On the back of the device, you'll find the dual rear cameras, one 13 megapixels, the other 5 megapixels. Beneath the cameras, you'll find the fingerprint sensor. The back itself is made of plastic, however it catches the eye with the unique way it reflects light. That being said, it is a fingerprint magnet. The bottom of the device has the microphone, a 3.5mm headphone jack, USB-C charging port, and the mono loudspeaker. I have to give Umidigi credit for including a standard headphone jack on this phone. I really hate the trend of using USB-C as a catch-all port for everything, so I'm glad to see Umidigi bucking that trend. The top of the device features the SIM card tray, which is capable of taking 2 4G SIM cards or 1 SIM and a micro SD card up to 256 GB. The right side of the device houses the power button and volume rocker. I'm pleased to report that both buttons are made of metal, giving them a nice solid feel in relation to the all-metal frame. Finally, on the left side of the device you won't find anything, which gives the phone a smooth feel in the hand. As I mentioned earlier, the A1 Pro uses the MediaTek 6739 chipset, which is an upgrade to the somewhat overused 6737 chip. Geekbench scores were slightly improved, with the single-core CPU test coming in at 667 and the multi-core test coming in at 1867. Despite boasting better scores, I found that in everyday use the difference in performance was negligible. That being said, navigating the UI was smooth and fluid, and launching app was quick and painless. Furthermore, I was able to play moderately demanding games like Asphalt without any issues. One of the more interesting features of this phone is facial unlocking, which was popularized by Apple some time back. On the A1 Pro, the face unlocking works, however it takes a second or two to actually work, and your face needs to be illuminated with a decent amount of light, otherwise it's going to fail to recognize you. I found myself using the fingerprint reader to unlock the device since it was considerably faster, making the facial unlocking feature more of a novelty than anything else. The dual rear camera, like others in this price range, is a farce. I don't know why manufacturers insist on including a secondary lens that does nothing. From a marketing viewpoint, I suppose this helps sell the phone, but surely this ultimately damages the brand once consumers actually get their hands on the device. As far as the photos, the camera takes fairly sharp, vibrant shots, provided you have ideal lighting. The f2.0 aperture starts to struggle in lower light, causing fuzzy, washed-out pictures. Overall, the Umidigi A1 Pro is a gorgeous phone that feels great in the hand. It has some premium design flourishes, setting it apart from other budget devices. Sadly, the face unlocking feature is not all that practical, and the camera isn't that great in anything less than ideal lighting situations. That being said, I think that the Umidigi A1 Pro is a solid, attractive device that looks more expensive than it actually is. If you can forgive the lackluster camera, definitely give this one a look. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave me some feedback, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all next week with another video. This is Gizmo Joe, signing off.